from Moviezine and Uncork'd. It is the Blu-ray version of Antrum. This, of course, was a movie that's just available on DVD till recently. Of course, through Moviezine, Uncork'd have released a few of their films, which means they're basically burn on demand. Now, Moviezine handles a bunch of different, companies like Warner Brothers, Universal, to the big guys to the little guys. And while the major companies kind of go and they get like the pressed versions, like the real actual, press like it's a store bought version. Like the little guys, kind of like Uncork'd and stuff, get the Blu-ray R's, but they still work fine. They still look good. And this is one of their recent ones, Antrum, which is the cursed film. I first watched this thing on Tubi because we did it for the Extra Cast back in the day, and it seemed very interesting. So we did it on that podcast, and I said pretty much all I think to say about it, but I'll repeat some of that here. And I watched it on Tubi. Then when the Dollar Tree got one of their big loads of DVDs, I got the DVD there at the Dollar Tree. But here this is, and notwithstanding being a BDR, you can see it looks nice. Like it's definitely creepy and all that good stuff. This is a movie that is kind of a movie within a movie. When the movie first starts, it's kind of like you get people interviewed talking about how this is supposed to be a cursed movie and how bad things happen to people that watch the movie, and et cetera, et cetera. And then you watch the movie and you see kind of like what they're talking about. So it's basically two kids and they're in the forest and they're trying to save the soul of their pet. They end up going to Antrum, which is where the devil landed when he was cast out of heaven. Throughout this weird film, you get like weird little images that kind of creep up on the TV at times. Like you see, like basically the devil at one point looking at you. You see other little weird, like very satanic things pop up here and there throughout the film. Very weird things here and there, ghosts and type stuff throughout the movie. So it's very weird. It's the movie itself in the movie is pretty well what it is, but the eeriness of the film is what's going to sell it for you, and the fact that you might be able to fool some lesser known people into thinking it's actually a real cursed film. That could be where you get the majority of your entertainment from Antrum. Still, I give it a 3 out of 5. It was entertaining for what it was. It's creepy, it's weird, and I like creepy and weird movies. So for me, it did its job as far as it could, as far as I'm concerned. But don't go into it looking for anything too great. Don't go into it looking for anything weird to happen to you if you watch it. You're either going to be entertained or you're not going to be entertained. And I was entertained enough, and I am happy to have this on Blu-ray, even if it is kind of a cheap-looking release. At least it's on Blu-ray, and I feel like everything should be on Blu-ray these days, even if it is a on-demand thing. But from Uncork'd, who directed this movie? Directed by Michael Lakin, I think, and David Amito or Amto. Would be interesting to see what else they've got out. See if there's anything as somewhat clever as this since they did this. But it is what it is. It's out now. It's entertaining. And it's on a BDR that you can get on Amazon. So that is Antrum. I say give it a shot.